Hi, everyone, and welcome to an interview with Dr. Anah, where we amplify the beautiful voices of Black women doctorates. I am your host, Dr. Anah, and today I'm so excited. I have the lovely Dr. LeTea Perry. Woo, Dr. Perry, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, good, good. Welcome to the. I'm so excited to hear your voice. I've heard so much about you from Dr. Stevens, so I'm really,
Yay.
really, really, really just really excited to hear just your experiences and how you've sort of maneuvered through getting your doctorate. So welcome again. Okay, those of us listening, just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, um, I'm Dr. LeTea Perry. I'm from the DMV area. I went to Archbishop Carroll High School in DC, Go Lions. And then after that, I went to Penn State University and got my Bachelor's of Science in Psychology with a concentration in business.
Nice.
And then after that, I decided to work for a little bit and then decided to go back to school because I saw that you can't really make that much money with
I
the
know.
bachelor's in psychology. You really need to get your master's.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And from going to a PWI, I was like, let me try an HBCU. Loved it. I went to Bowie State University. I put myself through the master's degree. And, from there, I just got what I needed that I did not get from the PWI. And then after that, got a job in school counseling
Mhm.
and decided to go for my doctorate at Argosy University for the Doctor of Education in Counselor Education and Supervision.
Wonderful.
And from there, so many more doors have opened up,
Mhm.
where I do a lot of transformation speaking, adjunct professorships, private practice. I have my license in Maryland. So I do a lot of mentoring with kids in the school system and out of the schools. I do a lot of work with Howard's Upward Bound program and just, trying to pour into other master's students that are trying to navigate as well as get their doctorates at some point.
Awesome. Well, thank you. You are a powerhouse, Dr. Perry. It's such an honor to meet you. You're such a vibrant, powerful person. Thank you so much. So, what was that journey like? I really want to talk really specifically about some of the obstacles that you went through and how you sort of maneuvered through those obstacles and powered through to get your doctorate.
Absolutely. And, with every journey, there's going to be obstacles, hurdles, mountains, dragons, lions, like everything. So,
Bears.
bears, all that. So, just to start off, let's see, at the time when I went back to get my doctorate, it was not something that I had planned to do immediately. I had just started my school counseling job. I had just graduated with my master's. And I was feeling like, okay, I'm done with school for a while. I can just take a deep breath and just finally just live for a little bit. Um, and after my first year of school counseling, they let us know that there were going to be some budget cuts. And they weren't sure, because I was not tenured, because I was just hired, if I was going to be cut or not. And at that point, I was looking at houses and everything, just really trying to get out my parents' house and start my life.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So it was just so scary at that moment because I was finally able to take a deep breath and exhale, and had to just kind of brace myself and kind of figure it out again, if I was going to be let go. So I took one day to cry about it and be upset and have my pity party and just one day. And I said, you get this one day, and then tomorrow you need to figure out what you're going to do.
Wow.
And I literally took one day, and then the next day I registered at Argosy University for my doctorate.
That's wonderful.
And Bowie State just kind of let us know while we were getting our master's that we were going to get our doctorates. So it was already instilled in me because of, Dr. Bragg, Dr. O'Brien, Dr. Jetter, Dr. Williams always saying, and when you get your doctorate after you graduate from us. So it was already a seed that was planted, and I just went on ahead and just did it because I didn't want to be in a situation where somebody was going to tell me where I was going to be working, or if I was not going to be working. I'm going to tell you where I'm going to be working.
Yay!
I'm going to be back.
Yes.
That was my
Absolutely. Yes.
So that happened, and then I went on to Argosy. And while I was there, of course, it's not a smooth ride. Nothing is. So I was dealing with a toxic work environment at the time. The person that was in charge of our building, he just wasn't for me. And you know how you meet somebody and
Yeah, you just don't gel. Yeah.
Their tone is different when they talk.
Everything.
But it's nice when they talk to everybody else.
Right, but then with you, it's like blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
You get a different, and I when you're working with people that are for you, and immediately when you're working with somebody that's not.
Exactly.
So I was dealing with that and having to navigate that on a daily basis. And then I was in a relationship at the time. It was a significant one. I thought we were going to get married after I finished my doctorate.
Yeah.
And we ended up breaking up because at some point along the way, he decided he didn't want to have kids. So, and that was important to me. So I'm dealing with this toxic work thing. I'm out of this relationship I thought was going to end in marriage. And then during the process, I also found out that I had fibroid tumors in my uterus. And, it's something that you inherit. All the women in my family have had to deal with this, but I didn't know. And I found out, just going for routine checkups, and I had 9 of them that needed to be removed in order for me to preserve my ability to have kids later on. So all these things are going on as I am in this doctoral program and in this process. And I had to navigate that, work full time. I was a new homeowner at the time as well, so I'm dealing with that, and working full time and going to school. So I had a lot of things to kind of navigate.
How did you cope? That's a lot.
It's a lot. It's never a little bit. Have you noticed that? It's never just a little. It's always a lot with us.
It's like everything piles up. Yeah.
Just one thing at a time. Like I took my moments and process things. I had to communicate with the leadership at the doctoral program because I had to take a break because I had to go have surgery. I had to talk to the professors, of the class that I was entering in during the surgery, like I'm gonna be out for these weeks, or can I do this virtually, So I had to just kind of make a way. I mean, there's no way to do it because I didn't want to stop totally, and I want to see how we could figure this out. With the dissertation process, that was around the time of the breakup, and I was meeting with one of my dissertation chairs, and I guess I was just not myself during this meeting, and she noticed it, and this is somebody that's known me for a very long time, and she said, "Is everything okay?" And I was answering her question saying, "Yes, everything's okay," but I was crying at the same time. Because that's what we do. We're trying to power through and yes, everything's okay, but I am,
falling apart here.
It's not okay. So so I just needed to, and that's what we did that day instead of the dissertation. We both cried because she was going through something, and so was I. and that's what needed to happen that particular day. So you just take things one at a time and cry when you need to, take a moment when you need to regroup, if you need to, and figure it out.
Exactly.
So that's how.
I'm exhaling.
And prayers.
Yes. That's a lot. But you powered through. You did it. You powered through, and now you're hopefully reaping, the fruits of your labor right now. Hopefully.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's good.
I definitely am. I definitely encourage anybody thinking about it. It is worth it.
Good,
It's
good,
working.
good. Okay, so that leads me to my next question. For anyone who is thinking about getting their doctorate, a young girl or an older woman, anyone, any Black woman wanting to get their doctorate, what sort of advice would you give them?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I would say surround yourself with people that are for you, that are going to support you. Everybody's not going to understand what this process is like, and you are doing this huge thing while you're also working and taking care of your family and everything else that you're doing. So make sure you have those people that are around you that support that. And then I would also say your cohort
Mm.
are the people that you're in classes with. Make connections and network with them. I was lucky to have a cohort of people that I went to Bowie State with. So we all went and got our doctorates together. So we're very, very close. So if there was something that they forgot to do, I was reminding them. If there was something I forgot to do, they were reminding me. And we just made sure that we held each other accountable, as well as cared for each other and cared for each other to all make it to the end at the same time. And then I have a sister circle of other Black women doctors, and we support each other beyond, because after you get it, there's still other things and other ways that you have to navigate this process. So I just say, just surround yourself with people that are for you and that can help you, and you'll be able to tell the people that aren't for you. So
Like quickly.
get rid of them.
Yeah.
But keep the people that for you.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
just take it one step at a time, because when you look at everything that you have to do, it's very overwhelming. So just one step at a time, one class at a time. And that's what I would tell myself every time, I would look at the whole process and think I have to do all these classes and a dissertation and an internship,
Yes.
and a comprehensive exam. So just one step at a time, and then you'll look up and you'll be done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. Okay, the last question. I think this question is really significant. It's, what is your favorite quote, and how has it carried you through your life, and how has it inspired you?
Okay, so I have two.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
We can't just have one.
you can just
So
have one. Okay.
the first one is Toni Morrison, excellent author,
Yes.
writer. You are your best thing is the quote from her, and you are your best asset. You need to love yourself. You need to do things that serve you. You need to remember you, and put yourself first. In this whole process. So you are your best thing, and just remember that.
Woo, that's powerful. I needed to hear that today. Thank you.
And then the second one, just goes along with the hurdles and everything that we just talked about with the process, that Nelson Mandela said, the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. And every time something has happened, I have risen. We rise through these challenges and over these hurdles. And I know there's people that are like, I thought that would have got her, and it didn't. So and I just keep on, striving and trying to get to the top, and rise every time, because I have ancestors that didn't make it this far. And I do this for them because I know that they're proud of how far I've made it, and I'm still going.
Absolutely. I just had a little tear in my eye. Okay. I need to calm down. All right. But that was wonderful, Dr. Perry. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences. You have probably helped a whole bunch of people with just this few minutes of sharing your experiences. And I thank you, and I honor your growth and your success, all of it. And I wish you more of it. Um,
Thank you.
and hopefully this is not the last time I talk to you. I hope when this whole pandemic stuff is resolved, hopefully we can all get together, all of us, and hang out and see each other face to face. Okay?
We need to do that. We
Absolutely.
need to. I would
Absolutely.
love that.
Absolutely. So much success and talk to you soon. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
See you
Bye
next
bye.
time. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.